Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. And I give double honors to the apostles of great mercy not rule well. Salutations to the men of the whole plan, saying, say elect. This is Makazar from Trinidad Camp. Just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And, this video will be, based off the etymology of the word engine. So when I get straight into it, it says engine in 13th century. It says a mechanical device, especially one used in war, manner of construction, also a skill, craft, innate ability, deceitfulness, trickery. From old French, engine, skill, wit, cleverness, also trick, deceit, stratagem, war machine. 12th century from Latin ingenium, innate quality, ability, inborn character. In late Latin, war engine, battering ram. Tertullian, Isidore of Cervelli, literally that which is inborn. All right, so this is basically what I want to look at, that which is inborn, all right, or an innate ability or an inborn character. All right, and our inborn character or innate quality or ability, all right, is to preach this word, is to understand the scriptures, and basically is our spirit. All right, so our engine is our spirit. All right, that is basically what our engine is. Our engine in this truth is our spirit. And just like when you look at a car, because I'm going to use a car as a metaphor, just like a car, you will take care, take proper care of your engine, to make sure that you have enough water in your radiator, make sure that you have enough oil, in the engine. You don't want your pistons to seize, or your engine to lock up. All right, you would make sure of these things. Make sure that you change your oil, make sure that you change your filters, you tune up, make sure that you spark plugs, and that is basically what somebody will do. I'm not all that of a car man, but from the basic understanding of a vehicle that I have, I will just use the metaphors or the analogies. All right, and just like we would take care of our car, we're supposed to take care of our spirit and our body, because the engine is what runs the car. All right, the engine runs the car. So our spirit is the engine, and all the members is the body, which is the car. All right, so just like we are members of Yahweh Shai, our spirit is the engine and our body is each component of the car. All right, so we have to take care, basically of the whole car. But it all begins with the engine, because the engine is the car. All right, because without the engine, the car can't run. All right, and you could take another engine and put it in the car would run, but guess what? It wouldn't be the same as how it was. It wouldn't be the original. All right, so we had to keep it original. We had to keep it, 100%. The scriptures talk about bringing in damnable heresies. Bringing in damnable heresies is like changing up the engines. All right, doing a whole altering of the whole engine. You might take out your engine to put in a faster engine, one that you feel better. You might do modifications on the car to suit your liking. But guess what? From the stock, from the company, they made it to drive, specifically for the for the vehicle to run, to run well. But when you do certain modifications like drop low your car, guess what? You actually cause damage on other parts, and those damages is like bringing in damnable heresies. So you have to be careful what you feed in your engine, what you're putting into your engine. You don't want to put in the improper oil, improper parts, these things. All right, so getting into the scriptures, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 20. It says, but now are there many members, but yet one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. All right, because guess what? As much as the engine is the car, the engine can't go nowhere without the wheels, so it needs the wheels. All right, and there's the support of the car, the wheels. All right, Going on, it says, verse 22, it says, nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble and necessary. All right. So now we spoke about the wheels. So now the wheels, they connected to the axle, they connected to the wheel hub. All right. They have ball joints, they have wheel bearings, they have ends, they have bushings. And guess what? All these things seem feeble, like the ball joints. They are small compared to other components on the car. The ball joints, the bushing, all the ends. But these all work together for the stability of the car. All right? So they seem feeble, but guess what? They are necessary. Just like the young men in the truth. The young men in the truth, they may seem feeble. A brother might come in and be a couple of years, but he mightn't be, well versed with the scriptures as other brothers. Each brother has their part to play. All right? A brother might be more versed in prophecy and more versed in teaching. And another brother, he mightn't be, all good. He might just be the underdog that might be, a good reader. Somebody that, have a good memory to bring forth precepts when needed. That might be that brother's, lot. Because when you go back into the ancient time with the priests, guess what? They had, they had certain duties, certain, jobs that they had to fulfill. It had those that dealt with the lighting of the candles, those that dealt with the ornaments, with the curtains, and so forth. So just have to find your part and as the scripture said, to magnify your office. All right, but don't ever think that you too feeble and a brother over. You shouldn't say that. Guess what? You really not making sense. As long as you doing your part to serve the Lord, just do it to your full ability. All right, just do it to your full ability. All right, it says, and those members of the body which think to be less honorable, these we bestow more abundant honor. All right, because guess what? When you're driving, you don't want to go down into no potholes. Because why? You're thinking about your ends, you're thinking about your ball joints, you're thinking about your bushings, all these things for the stability of the car, for the smooth running of the vehicle. Guess what? You're thinking of these things, so you're driving with care. So you're laying more abundant on these things, and our comely parts to have more abundant comeliness. All right, like the out part of the body, of the car, the body work. That is the comeliness of the vehicle. All right, so you're taking care of the vehicle. So just like you take care of a vehicle, you have to take care of the body. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because we have to be careful, as I said before, what we bring in to the body. And as I said, damnable heresies. You might read the scriptures and you might come up, the Lord might reveal something to you, or you might believe that the Lord reveals something to you, and then you just want to do a video on it and do your own breakdown. But then guess what? You might be going about the wrong way doing it. You might be on the right path, but yet doing the wrong thing. All right? You had the right mindset, but then it's still a wrong breakdown. All right, things like these, when you come to these new understanding, guess what? You run it by the elder, or the camp leaders, run it to somebody that higher in ranks than you, so that they could guide you along the right way. Because guess what? You could bring in, a wayward doctrine into the body, into the camp, and cause men to fall off. And this is like putting, the let's say you have a diesel vehicle, and then you go on and put gasoline in it. Guess what? You will destroy the engine. All right? So just like you would take care of your engine, take care of the body. Be careful for what you bring into the body. All right? The brothers that feeble, you bear with them. Just like when you drive in a vehicle, you wouldn't just batang in a pothole. You might swerve around the pothole, or if it's like going over a speed bump, you will slow down and you would go over it with care. This is how you deal with the younger brothers, with care. Basically, you're supposed to deal with one another with care. All right, the scriptures talk about being a lion in your house. All right, verse 24, for our comely parts have no need, but Yahweh had tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to the parts which lacked. It says that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. Supposed to care for the body, care for one another. Don't think of yourself more than someone, or think of yourself, not good enough. All right, each member has their part to play, even to the smallest sensor in a car. Guess what? One sensor could cause the whole car to shut down. All right, and just like I was speaking about the ends, let's say like you have the shock, and then you have the shock mount. A bad shock mount could cause your shock to go bad. A bad shock could cause your tires to eat out, faster than normal. All right, tie rods, control rods. All right, these things could cause like bushings to go bad. One thing can lead to another. It can lead to certain mounts going bad, and then you have a whole series of problems, a whole plethora of problems when it could have been dealt with from the beginning. One small problem can lead to a whole plethora of problems. All right, and we need to be looking into things like this. The scriptures talk about men that cause divisions. If you see a man that causing division, you mark that man, you deal with that problem, because guess what? That one problem could lead to another problem. All right, and it will lead to what? To schisms in the body. It says, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. As I said, the shock mount could go bad, causing the shock to go bad, causing the tires to go bad. All right, now you don't want the whole body to suffer. So then guess what? When you see one brother going through a problem, you help that brother. Guess what? Let's say the brother that that well versed in prophecies, he having a hard time, Satan plaguing his mind, and you're not helping that brother. You're not helping to build up that brother. When it's time to go and do the works, guess what? That brother mightn't be in his right spirits, and the spirit mightn't be on him, to bring out the information as he need to. All right, and guess what? That could cause the whole camp to suffer. So then therefore, when you see a brother going through a problem, guess what? You help one another. And guess what? Just like in a car, when one part going bad, the car makes a noise. Men who enter cars, when they're driving the cars, will always be attentive to listen to these noise. So you have to be always attentive to listen to the noise of the other men. And guess what? To you men that be going through your problems, guess what? You have to say something. You can't just be keeping things to yourself, because when you catch in too much hell, then you might say, brothers didn't help you. But guess what? If you said something, then you might have received help. And for the brothers that hearing that brother need help, guess what? Send forward your hand. All right. I believe it's in 3 John. Spoke about, I believe it's Onesimus. He said that whatever he did to the brethren and to the strangers, he did, faithfully. Basically, he did it with all joy, and this is how we're supposed to be, with all joy, to help one another. All right. It says, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it, or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. Now ye are the body of Mashiach, and members in particular. So we, just like we all like a car. All right, and the engine of the car is our spirit. So you have to be careful, how you're dealing with the spirit. All right, you have to be careful what you put into the spirit. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21. Nah. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23. It says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. All right, so you have to know the state of your flock. All right, know what need our brother have, know what problems our brother have. Call our brother, check upon him. All right, because guess what? Let's say our brother going through a little situation at home with his wife, wherever the case is. And the black woman can be a devil at times. A serious demon at times, a high class super saiyan demon at times. And Satan might jump on that brother, and that brother be thinking all sorts of carnal thoughts. But guess what? This brother might come around the camp with those same spirits, and those spirits might start jumping on other brethren, all right, and start attacking other brethren. And guess what? It causes the whole body to suffer. For men that be going through these things, guess what? You can't be letting Satan to infiltrate your mind like that. You got to be thinking about the other men also. Be careful what you bring around the camp. Be careful what you bring into be careful. First of all, be careful what you allow into your spirit. All right. Hey, guess what? Like the music you listen to. These worldly music, they can put spirits on you. And when you allow these spirits in your mind, then you go around the camp and those spirits gonna just grow. Those spirits gonna grow. So you have to be careful about what you allow into your spirit. You might be watching a breakdown from another camp, talking to your young brothers, and then emotions start to kick, and then you start to believe in the breakdown from these other camps, and then you start coming to the camp, and you might say, hey, you know what? The apostles might be teaching this scripture wrong, or they might be teaching that scripture the wrong way. And guess what? The scripture said, blessed is he that condemneth not himself in that which he alloweth. So you allow certain spirits to come into you, and then you basically destroying yourself, and then you're gonna go around the camps with that same spirit, and it's gonna cause a problem in the camp. All right. So brothers who in charge, they're supposed to be look diligent to the state of the flock. All right. Look, have an ear out. Listen to when brothers going through certain problems and help them, because there's a reason that we are above. We went through certain problems, we experienced certain things, so that we be able to help brothers bring out the proper scriptures that brothers need to build them up. But also when you hear things like wayward doctrines or evil spirits going mingling around the camp, guess what? You have to deal with that. Don't just leave it and just look on and say, well, the most we deal with that. Nah, you deal with that, because it could cause a serious problem. All right. Hey, down in the islands, it says one mangy skin sheep spoil the flock. A diseased sheep gonna spoil the flock. All right. And what you do with that diseased sheep, you're separated from the flock. And the scriptures talk about that the Most High, whether he get rid of one man, that the whole nation do be cast away, basically. All right. Sometimes if you see one man going off and you realize that he's a total lost cause, hey, guess what? Get rid of that man to save the whole flock. Be careful of what you allow in your spirit. It could be spirit, it could be a man. All right. It says Galatians chapter 5 verse 9. It says what? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. One problem can lead to a whole series of different problems. If you hear your wheel bearings going bad, hey, change your wheel bearings quick. If you hear, like a little thud on the car, hey, check it out. Check out to see what's going on before it gets worse. Before, while you driving your car and you hear a whole series of noise, and it costs thousands of dollars to fix when it could have only cost a few hundred. It's the same thing when you're dealing with the men. When they see a small issue, deal with the issue before it comes a big problems that have to reach the apostles. That might result in a whole camp getting kicked out. And it might have just been one man being kicked out or one brother being rebuked. And it would have saved the whole camp. All right, take care of the engine. All right, be careful what you allow in the engine. All right, and the engine is the mind, and also guess what? The camp. All right. This is Matthew chapter 15 verse 10. And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the man, this defileth the man. All right. Jumping on to verse 17, it says, do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly, and is cast out into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceeded evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. All right? Now, Yahweh Shai said himself that the things that come out of the heart, these defile the man. So now wherever in your heart, that is what defiling you. So if you know adulteries and fornications and thefts and false witness and blasphemies in your heart, guess what? Purge yourself of these. Purge yourself of these. All right? Purge yourself. Pray to Yahweh Shai Shai to rid you of these unclean spirits, of all these uncleanness. Because all those uncleanness could spread from you to other members. All right? They could spread from you to other members. So be careful of what you allow into your own heart, because it will cause a problem in the whole car, which is the camp. It will cause a problem in the whole vehicle. All right? It will cause a problem in the whole vehicle. So each brother individually is supposed to be thinking about the body before themselves. Think about the whole camp before yourself. Think about how your actions would affect the camp. All right? Think about the spirit that you're going around brothers with. Hey, you might just have a serious falling out with your wife, and you might be thinking all sorts of wicked, evil thoughts. And then you go to the camp with those spirits on you, and then you be standing up all buffed up. You don't want to read, you don't want to do this. You just, normally you are a brother that be in the forefront, you just want to go in the back and hold posts. Guess what? Before you go to the camp, hey, pray and ask the Lord Yahweh Shai Shai to cast those spirits off for you. Because when you go there, guess what? Brother's going to pick up on your bad spirit, and they're going to affect them. All right? Be careful of what you are allowing to your spirit. Don't put bad oil into the engine. Don't be a gasoline vehicle and put diesel in it. You will destroy the engine. You will destroy your mind. Don't bring damnable heresies into the camp. All right? This is the final precept here. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 14. It says, "Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, and be patient towards all men." So the ones that unruly, warn them. Hey, those bad parts, if you have to get rid of a bad part to save the whole car, hey, get rid of the bad part. Comfort the feeble-minded. All these parts in the vehicle, like as I said, the bushings, the ball joints, all these small points, the tie rods, these are small parts in the car, but they all lead to the overall suspension for the smooth running of the car. So the men that in the camp is like a house. The top man will be the roof, but guess what? Without the walls, how will the roof stand? And without the foundation, how will the walls stand? So then guess what? We all need each other. So we all have to work in tandem with one another for the betterment of the camp, to do the will of Yahweh Shai. All right? So as I said it before, the same attention that you would pay towards your vehicle, pay that same attention to the camp, to each member in the camp, for the betterment of the camp. All right? Because nobody likes a bad sounding car. When the engine making all sorts of noises, misfiring, making all sorts of noises, guess what? You do what you had to do to make that engine run smooth. So do what you have to do to make the Lord's camp, the Lord's house run smooth. All right? So with that, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great mercy that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from the Trinidad camp saying Shalom.